The biggest problem, I'll tell you, in what is timing the market. You're always looking back at this. It's very easy to see when the pandemic crash happened. That was never happened before. At least some regional war, oil crisis, we have seen these kind of things. But the pandemic crash especially, we never knew.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Bearish podcast. In this Monday session, we are going to discuss about the comments from the Money Page and Bearish YouTube videos. So the first question is, what is real bearish market? How many times has it happened in the Indian market? For example, Harshad Mehta scam, 2008 recession, finally COVID pandemic in 2019. So this scenario, every 7 or 8 years, market will be corrected.
What he's trying to do is time the market. So these corrections come periodically every 7 to 8 years. Sometimes sooner, sometimes it takes a little longer. You can't predict when these will come. You can't say what will cause these corrections. But the thing, it only works is if you're sitting on a sweet pile of cash. Let's say I happen to have 20-30 lakhs sitting with me doing nothing. And I'm waiting like Warren Buffett. When the COVID pandemic crash happened, yes, I can move all those and buy. True. But most of us, like you and me, do not have 20-30 lakhs sitting in cash like that. If you do have cash like that, you definitely not sitting and watching our program. Okay. People who watch our program are guys who are barely making enough and they want to see how to save, how to secure their future through investing. So these people, like you and me, at maximum in any month, we can probably invest a few thousands. At best, maybe 10, 15,000 if we are very lucky. We are at that bracket. So this kind of timing the market is of no use, right? We will not have the discipline to keep collecting 15,000-20,000 rupees and keep it together and consolidate that and make it like a war chest and then wait for it. Even if I collect 10,000 rupees every month, right? I'm going to say it's happening 7 years from now, right? 10,000 rupees every month I collect in a separate savings account to invest. In a year, that's around 1 lakh, right? 7 years, I might have collected 6 to 7 lakhs if I'm very good. Because when you see money collecting, you'll immediately feel expending. Human nature. So somehow I managed to bite my teeth and collect 6 to 7 lakhs. Then I drop it in that crash. And I made that 6 to 7 lakhs into, let's say, 12 lakhs. I've doubled it. Human nature again will want me to spend it. But I'll have to grind my teeth and not spend it. When the market recovers and it's bounced back and I'm doubled my profit, I'll have to sell it. Right? Let's say it takes 1 year from that point of time. I sell the 12 lakhs and then I keep it. Right? And again, I'm sitting and collecting 1,000, 10,000. So
the cycle repeats.
Yeah, you can, but you have to be so disciplined. You have to have nerves of steel and not spend and really forego any kind of gratification.
And the one more thing is the opposite can happen.
Yes, it can happen, but these kind of dramatic crashes which happen, market bounces back. If you invest smartly in the right stocks, valid. What he's saying is valid, meaning you would have done the research, assuming all that. Let's say you buy only HDFC Bank or you buy a very safe company like Tata Motors, whatever company you consider safe. If you see more stocks during the pandemic crash, value stocks all crashed and all of them recovered and even become multi-baggers, as they say, from that point, from the low point. But it's a difficult thing to strategize like that and hold on to it. It's not in our innate nature. So we are much better. For me and you, this is for every normal person. I am not saying he can't do it. He is very good at it, to time it. He's probably doing this for some time. But people like you and me cannot do this. For us, it's better that we systematically put a little money away. Like I was telling Karthi in another video, you buy 1 rupee gold today, you buy 10 rupees of gold, buy in micrograms, doesn't matter. That will accumulate. But if I suddenly go tell Karthi, let's go buy 1 gram of gold or buy one, let's spend 7,000 rupees, he'll be like, I don't have it. That's the condition most of us are in. So I rather that you do the small systematic investing for a long period of time. You'll see much better returns than trying to time this market. Unless you know what you're doing and you have a good financial team behind you and you spend a lot of time studying it, then you can do it. But for you and me, it won't work. And I've did another video with Alvin long ago where I showed 2 graphs. Some guy who did not invest during these so-called market crashes and only kept investing when the market was doing well. And showing you a comparison, how if you try to time the market, you actually do worse. We did an analysis of 20 years. So the guy like Alvin invested for 20 years non-stop The other guy did not invest for 20 years. He only invested for 17
dips.
Yeah, 17 years or 15 years, only 18 years he invested. He only missed by 2-3 years. But Albin's wealth gain was almost double those 2-3 years, because that's the strength of compounding. It grows exponentially. So those 2-3 years grows really huge. And if you take any compounding calculator, SIP calculator, and you put numbers in, and you do for 10 years, then you check for 12 years, and then you check for 15 years, just a few years you're adding more. You'll see the amount of money you make is phenomenally higher. That's why start early, start soon, and stay in it as long as you can. Because the more time you put, right, it's not even the amount of money you put which is important.
The time is important.
Amount of time you spend compounding. That's why that famous story also, you put 1 grain of rice in the next board.
Story.
Yeah, next.
Only double the amount.
Keep on doubling till you fill all 64 boxes. And the guy will say, I cannot fill it. There's not enough grain in the entire kingdom to cover the loss. So that's the power of compounding.
There's a famous quote that time is more important than timing the market.
Very true. But it's very boring. I understand that. Constantly our mind needs something to find some excitement in. One guy came to me like that in one of the conferences when I was with Anand, one of Anand's followers. He's a retired guy. He had a lot of money and he was sitting and playing with the market like this. So he's like, I need some excitement in my life, so I'm doing this. I said, go pick up some other hobby. Don't burn your money for the sense of excitement, for the thrill of it. Yes, you may have a lot of money.
There are a lot of ways.
Yeah, you can help someone else with that money, Instead of sitting and gambling and, trying to time the market and trade or whatever you want to call.
He's asking Anand.
So I said, you can go help some few other people with that extra cash. And you can find some other safer way of thrill seeking in getting that rush. Instead of doing some trading just because you have a lot of money now and you're retired and you don't know what to do with yourself. But I don't believe in timing the market.
So in 1992, I doubt if you would have been in the market. In 2008 crisis, I think you will be the beginner. But what was the experience you had in 2008 that made you take better decisions in 2020?
Well, Anand happened. Anand is the main reason. Whatever I'm doing is because of Anand. Because he's my elder brother, I take a lot of guidance from him in personal life and financial life and professional life. So whenever he decides to go in a direction, I go along with him. So this is how I went about it. The biggest problem I'll tell you in what is timing the market, you're always looking back at this. It's very easy to see when the pandemic crash happened. At the time of the pandemic crash happening, even if you had, let's say, a lot of money, you will have to be a person with immense courage to take all your money and drop it in the market.
Because we don't know how much it is going to sink.
It's so uncertain.
We don't know.
We do not know if it's going to come back. Forget the bottom. Lockdowns. You never experienced it. Countries shutting down. World is shutting down. You do not know what business will survive.
And in a year or two, the Nifty doubled from 7,000.
That is looking back. That is looking back, my friend. That was never happened before. At least some regional war, oil crisis, we have seen these kind of things. But the pandemic crash especially, we never knew. And this is the same thing true of a company. These kind of dips happen in companies also. Some bad news what comes to the company. Like Infosys is going through a cycle like that right now. They missed their earnings and the stock is being beaten. But as an investor, it must take you nerves of steel to buy Infosys at this price. And it might correct further. It might even correct by another 5, 6, 7, 10%. But you must keep buying and still believe you're doing the right thing. It takes a lot of courage. Because it's your hard-earned money. And if the money is gone, it's gone. So, and you've seen in the past, it is gone. So, I don't know. If you have to be very brave to do something like this. That's why I rather put little. Right? That way, my risk is lower. Like I said, time lowers risk for everything. So, it lowers your risk. Keep on doing that. Even Warren Buffett, he had piles of cash. Right? Crash happened. He did not take his pile of cash and just go immediately crazy. He also takes time and considers everything. And he says it's okay if you miss an opportunity. It's all right. Because the market is so huge and it's so vast, opportunities will always come if you're willing to be patient. And most important rule, remember, Arun, there's only so much money you can spend in a lifetime. So that's why Anand will always say, getting to the first 1 crore is difficult. But going from 1 crore to 10 crores will go very fast. Because 1 crore compounds very fast. but you'll not be able to spend 1 crore when you have it in your account. I know it sounds crazy. Yeah. It sounds like, oh wow, 1 crore. I can never imagine it. But if you do the small steps, it just grows there. It goes to it. It takes a lot of time. Like I said, in an exponential graph, you spend a lot of time tracing the bottom line. Then suddenly it'll switch.
Mostly it will be 90% or 80% of the time.
Yeah, but most people lose stamina. They lose faith in the process. They get fed up. They lose, they're like, I've been doing this.
Particularly if they see results of others and I'm not getting the results.
Correct, because
they'll change their mindset.
Yeah. This diet is not working. This is, whatever I'm studying is not good. My friend studied, he studied this other course and he went to this job to US and then he became. Yeah, man. If you waste your time comparing, then you will only give anxiety to yourself. And anxiety is good at doing that.
Okay.
So, don't try and time the market. For you doing this, kudos. If you're able to time it and double your money, I have respect for you and I applaud you for it. But for most general people like you, me and everybody else around, I would say, don't try and time it. Keep plugging away little by little, keep sipping away and you'll get there.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
I think this video, we covered this one question.
I plan for 3 questions.
Yeah, we'll do another video next question.
Yeah. So this session might have helped with your understanding of the bear markets and how not to time the market. The important thing is to keep investing and invest on regular basis. So if you found this video informative and interesting, please like and share it with your friends and subscribe to this channel for more videos. Thanks for watching the video.
Thank you.